If you're going through something bad in life, I want you to watch this video till the end. And after watching this, you will understand everything and everything will make sense. So, whatever bad is happening to you right now in your life, I want you to think like this. Think of it as test from God. Don't think of this something bad is happening to me and I should just be depressed. I don't see the situation out of this. This is very bad. Like, what am I gonna do? It's the end and all this crap. No, it's not the end. You will be fine. You don't have to be depressed. Just hear me out. I've been through many bad situations in my life, from, spending 10 days in hospital without eating, being only on water, to breaking my bones, to being depressed, losing titles for kickboxing matches, being through heartbreak and all these bad things that everyone wants to say they're bad, but I don't view these situations as bad. Why is this? Well, it's because by the end of whatever it is that I'm going through, I always come out stronger, smarter, better, and everything that is positive for me. So whatever situation I'm going through right now, or I went through in my past life, I literally got out of the situation better in any shape or form. Like, literally anything. From my heartbreak, I learned to be tough. I learned not to, give up my trust so easily and things like that. From staying in hospital, I learned about shadow work and all these things. And the thing I want to say right now is, whatever you're going through, just view it as something that is God giving you, and God is actually rewarding you and testing you to see if you actually learn something new, if you pass this test, and if you actually improve. So every situation in life is given to you by God. If you don't believe in God, you have to start believing, because the alternative of believing in God is so depressed. If you don't believe in God, that's how you end up depressed from having all these bad situations. But if you believe in God and you have bad situations happening in your life, you actually become better at the end of it. At the end of the day, you'll always be a better person. So I want to tell you this story from the Bible. It's about Job. Job was like almost the perfect man. He was believing in God. He had everything. He was, well given by God. He was literally living his best life, let's say. He had all the, animals, all, he had his family, he had all the land, everything. It was great for him. And one day, up somewhere in the sky, God was approached by Satan. And Satan was like, well, about Job? He only preaches you just because you give him things. He's only your servant just because you give him things, like his family, his healthy children, his goats, his land, and all of these things. Satan is like, this is the only reason Job has trust in you. And God is like, well, what do you reckon? And the Satan is like, let's take everything from him and let's give him this challenge, and let's see if at the end of the day, when you take everything from Job, will he still be loyal to you? And God is like, well, you know what? Let's actually do it. God gives the permission to Satan to take literally everything from Job except his life. So Satan takes Job's family, all his land, all his animals die, everything burns down, all of the loved people that Job has die, and everything. So Job is depressed. He's like, why is this happening to me? What have I done wrong? Like, he's like thinking all these things, and actually 3 of Job friends come and they're like, well, God gave you these bad things because you did something bad. And Job is like, no, I didn't sin. I was, faithful to God. I did everything right. And they're like, no, but there has to be something. Like, God isn't taking all these things from you for no reason. And Job is like, but no, guys, you don't understand. I didn't sin. I didn't do anything wrong. Like, why is this happening? And in one interaction, Job literally questions God. He is like, God, like, why is this happening to me? I did nothing wrong. Why is this happening to me? And God actually feels the need to, explain something to Job. And he goes, to Job, and God says, why do you even question me? And the interesting thing about the situation that God actually came to Job, he didn't explain why he did this, but he explained how God actually manages the world from the smallest, starting life from the little animals to all the natural effects that happen around the world. And God is going like with Job through all the world and showing him like how great you should be in order to manage the whole world. And he actually leaves Job without any explanation, but God only wanted to show to Job how hard actually managing all this world is and doing all these things and what's. And when this interaction with God and Job ended, Job actually understood why the situation was given to him. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you did something bad and now I'm giving you all these bad things. It doesn't have to be like that. Maybe I'm just giving you challenges to see and to prove yourself that you're worth of having those things. And the story ends with Job receiving double from what he has. Double the land, double the money, double the family, double everything. Literally, his life becomes great again. And the point of this whole story is that it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're going through something bad right now just because you did something bad. Literally, I did nothing wrong, but God put me in the hospital for 10 days without eating. I did nothing wrong, but I don't even question God because I knew it. I was like, I am in this hospital and something has to be learned here. I'm not just put in the hospital randomly. I have to go out from here and learn something new. And the thing with you, if whatever you're going through right now, just smile, bro. Just smile. Try to learn what was God's lesson from all this bad situation. How you can handle anything bad happening in your life is by actually believing in God, trusting that, and having faith, in God, trusting that He is here by your side, testing you, and actually giving you, making you stronger. It's like your coach making you go through hell just so you can become better at your sport. My coach always used to torture us in the kickboxing trainings, but at the end of the day, that's how I became the European kickboxing champion. Because if my trainings were all this playful time and this, soft and all these things, that would have not made me a champion. I mean, I had to go through hell in order to become something great. So chances are you're right now going through hell just so you can become something great. So don't get discouraged. Listen, trust me, everything that is given to you is given in your good. Like whatever happens to you, it's for your own benefit. Even if it's bad, even if it's good, whatever it is, if it's something good, it's a reward. If it's something bad, it's a test, it's a challenge. So you must go through all of these challenges. At the end of the year, back in school, the teachers always used to give us examples. And when we finish that example, we can actually go to the next grade, to the next level. You went from grade 5 to grade 6 by passing the test. So if something is uncomfortable right now, if something is bad happening, just remember that right now is the time that you're going through the test, and actually you're stepping into that next grade. Don't get discouraged, man. Were you crying when you were doing your test back in school? No, bro. You were studying, you were learning, you were passing the test and going on with life. So that's exactly what is happening right now.